thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been.
Good evening, everybody, folks. This is your Champions League action for once and once only this season on a Thursday night on Realltom Football. Your supplement of Champions League. Newcastle against Barcelona is up and coming. We've also got a few flashy changes. We'll talk to you about all that in just a moment's time. Folks, welcome aboard to Realltom Football then. My name is Tom, and I'm going to bring you the watch-along, folks, tonight for Newcastle to take on Barcelona live in the UEFA Champions League. If you do are watching the replay, then please do make sure that you are leaving a like or a subscribe button if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who is here today. Any kickoff is coming your way at 8 o'clock in the Champions League. 8 o'clock is your kickoff time in the Champions League. Now, the first thing that people are going is, where's the overlay? Here it is. There you go. Nice, sleek, tidy Champions League overlay for you. Just out the way to the right-hand side for you. There you go, people. That is... yeah. Don't know what you think to it, but that is the overlay. Now, that is what it will be. And as well, for future occasions, when the teams actually decide to do adequate lineups, we will also have 3 overlays with each of the team's lineups on, which we can switch between, of course, and it will basically just, well, I mean, obviously, I can show you because I have made some, like, bear with me, like, yeah. Whoa, you've got too many files, right? We'll get rid of that one. We'll add one in. Yeah, I'm not planning to use these tonight because I think that both of the teams' lineups look a bit shoddy. It only really works when you've got wordy lineups, but it would look a little bit like this. Nice little bit of a transition for you. There you go. So, yeah, that will be what you can expect in the Champions League now. That's what we're planning to do overlay-wise. But indeed, folks, it is a good evening. It's a big occasion in the... Tyneside, yes. For Newcastle and the Geordies, as Barcelona come into town, and we've got Charlie in the house who's saying a 2-2 draw. Big up to you, Charlie. Welcome aboard. See how you doing, Ashik. Welcome into you as well, Mr. B. Harry. Welcome into you, and we are saying, come on, Newcastle. Are we, Charlie? Okay, if you say so. We'll be back in the old Newcastle. No, we want Newcastle to win, don't we? Really, it's a big occasion for them, and we want Barcelona to get beaten because Barcelona are a big side and a big threat in this competition, of course. But yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Don't let me get past 10:20. Just a fair warning, folks. A slight one. If we do go past 10:20 tonight, which I don't expect we do, the laptop will shut itself off because I have told it to, because it wants a software update. So just a fair warning that if for some reason, unexpectedly, we go past 10:20, the laptop will shut off at that time, and it will be completing software updates. But we don't expect to go past 10:20. So just a small heads up there. But let's get TNT Sports on the go. If you do want to watch the match tonight, it is live for you on TNT Sports 1 HD or TNT Sports Ultimate. As well, you can watch it on Discovery Plus, as long as you've got the correct subscription attached to your Discovery Plus accounts. TNT Sports packages through Sky and EE come with Discovery Plus. For Virgin customers, that does not come as an option, unfortunately, for you. Right then, folks, it is 19:49 in the UK, otherwise known as 7:49 PM. So let's take a look at your team news and your match information. It is Newcastle United against Barcelona. Let's take a look at the team news. Over we go to UEFA.com/Champions League. Let's have a look. So, in the 5:45 kickoffs, it was a battering from Monaco against Club Brugge. FC Copenhagen drew 2-2 with Bayer Leverkusen. And we'll take a look as well at the other results from the yesterday and the 8 o'clock kickoffs on Tuesday as well. I will go through the better slips in a moment as well once we've done the team news. We've got PSG were beaten 3-1 by Union SG, as we already know. Yep, Arsenal won 2-0 against Athletic Club. Real Madrid went down to 10 men, but won 2-1 against Marseille. It was a 3-2 with a Karabakh against Benfica. bit of a shock result, that maybe, I don't know. Absolute thriller between Juventus and Borussia Dortmund, as it was a 4-4 draw. Tottenham Hotspur got a 1-0 win over Villarreal, and then Wednesday saw Olympiacos draw 0-0 with 10-man Paphos. It was a 2-2 draw between Slavia Prague and Bodo Glimt. A 4-0 win for PSG. Bayern Munich beat Chelsea by 3-1. Harry Kane scoring twice. Liverpool won 3-2 against Atletico Madrid. There was a late Atleti comeback, but Virgil van Dijk scored from a corner to secure the win for Liverpool and the 3 points. Ajax were beaten 2-0 by Inter Milan at home as well. Today's fixtures then: Manchester City are against Napoli, Eintracht Frankfurt are against Galatasaray, Sporting Lisbon are against Kairat Almaty, and we've got Newcastle against Barcelona. Now, the ACCA insurance, I want to go through it now because it's important. Yesterday, I had one on, even though I wasn't streaming. It came back as a free bet because Swansea did not draw with Forest. They got a late winner, so that was nearly a tenner for me, but not quite. So this is a free bet. There's no insurance on it, but we've got Club Brugge to win. Club Brugge did win. I think we had a draw for Copenhagen against Bayer Leverkusen. And it was a draw between Copenhagen and Bayer Leverkusen. That's good news for us as well. We're looking for an Eintracht Frankfurt win against Galatasaray, a Manchester City win, and a draw between Newcastle and Barcelona. If all's correct, we'll get £38.17 off just a 50p free bet stake. That would be a quite a free bet conversion, I must say. Let's take a look then at your team news. Here we go. For Eddie Howe then and Newcastle, it is Nick Pope, who begins in goal, a back four of Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn, and Tino Livramento playing behind a midfield three, consisting of Tonali, Joe Linton, and Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle captain. The front three, though, sees Anthony Elanga alongside Harvey Barnes and Anthony Gordon. There is no start for Nick Moltemada. He's on the bench alongside Thompson, Ramsdale, Aaron Ramsdale to be exact, Lewis Hall, Sven Botman, Fior, Emil Kraft, William Asula, Jacob Murphy, Nick Moltemada, like I already said, Joe Willock, Alex Murphy, brother of Jacob Murphy, not sure, and Lewis Miley on the bench as well. Newcastle have got one spare man on the bench over Barcelona. That's strange to say because last time Newcastle were in the Champions League, they had very little numbers. They were injury hit to the extreme. For Barcelona then, Hans-Dieter Flick, it is Joan Garcia who begins in goal, a back four of Gerard Martin, Kabasi, Ronald Araujo, the captain, and Jules Koundé, I think it is. Jules Koundé in the back four behind a midfield, which is split into two parts, seeing a defensive two of Pedri and Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is that, or Frankie de Jong. Sorry, Frankie de Jong. Playing behind the attacking midfield three of Marcus Rashford, signed from Manchester United, Fermin Lopez and Rafinha, the former Leeds United man. Then the lone striker is the former Bayern Munich legend, Robert Lewandowski. On the bench for FC Barcelona is Szczesny, former Arsenal player a long time ago, Koshin, Ferran Torres, Andreas Christensen, Casado, Dani Olmo, Bernal, Eric Garcia, Torrents, Barghi, and Antonio Fernandez. The form guide, well, it's unbeaten in the last 5 for Barcelona, with 3 wins, a draw of most recent. I believe that might have been against Real Madrid. I don't know, though. And a win, of course, last time out. And then for Newcastle, it is 2 defeats out of 5 in the first 5. But that was towards the start of the season. There's been 2 draws in the middle of that. But most recently, they got a win, and that win was against Wolves. It was just a 1-0 win. And the form guides tell you all you need to know with the stats, with 1 win for Newcastle, 4 goals scored, 0 draws, and 8 goals in 3 wins for Barcelona. Well, it is Arsenal higher than Liverpool because of goal difference, but it is Paris Saint-Germain with their +4 goal difference who lead the top of the league phase table. We will take a look at the final league table once all the results are through before we head off here tonight. But in St James's Park in Newcastle, it is a 17-degree heat, quite warm. It's been a warm day with a little bit of rain. It's currently raining in Newcastle according to UEFA. The pitch is excellent, however. Humidity is 86% with wind speeds of 19 kilometers an hour. Refereeing team is Swedish with one French official and one Belgian official, but Glenn Nyberg from Sweden is the main official. The assistants are Marbod Begi and Andreas Soderqvist. Then the fourth official is Adam Ladebach. The VAR is Jerome Brizard. He's French. We know him. And the assistant VAR is a Belgian man in Bram van Drisch. So a big night for Newcastle, a big night in the Champions League. It's Newcastle against Barcelona. Live on Realltom Football and live on TNT Sports. We're just about ready to go for kickoff. The teams are on their way out of the tunnel. And Fraser's about to ask me why the overlay looks so weird. That is the new overlay format we've got. Ashik's saying draw maybe. St James's Park, yes, it will be louder than ever tonight. Of course, that's what I said in the preview. It will be loud. It will be exciting. It's a big occasion for Newcastle United. Back in the Champions League, a stadium which does create a noise through its emotion. A city that is a one-club city, all emotional together inside a stadium with 4 enclosed stands and no gaps. It's not quite the Bernabeu, but it can be a cauldron of noise when you need it to be. Loving the hype from Charlie tonight. Loving the hype. Loving the hype. We are going to be here as well tomorrow, people, by the way. Don't think this is the end of the content because we are going to be here with you guys right up until Monday when I'm taking a break for Coronation Street purposes. But we're going to be here tomorrow. Middlesbrough are in action in the Championship. We will be live for that. And then it's Premier League action. It is a Merseyside derby on Saturday at 12:30. Anfield, of course. At 3 o'clock, we're doing the 3 o'clock focus. There is no individual matches at 3 p.m. anymore on a Saturday. But this Saturday, we are doing the 3 p.m. focus, where we'll be doing our version of Soccer Saturday and keeping an eye on all the 3 p.m. scores, mainly in the Premier League, but also across the EFL and the Van Rama National League as well. Then on Saturday at 5:30, it is another big game. It's Manchester United against Chelsea before a super Sunday, which includes Arsenal against Manchester City right after the 2 o'clock kickoff of choice. So plenty to bite your teeth into this weekend on Realltom Football. And it all starts right here because, of course, we're not stopping until Monday. So we're just about ready to go. Barcelona are trialling out a new kit of theirs today. It's a pink and slight like navy blue kind of blueberry type colour. In fact, it's the exact same colour as the Respect armband that Araujo is wearing. So big night, big occasion, lots of emotion. Who will win it? Will we even find a winner? I'm not too sure about that. Ryan's here in the house. Good to see you and welcome aboard to you, Ryan. How you doing? Welcome aboard to you. Not quite, but it was a good moment for him. You know what I mean? Most certainly caught Arsenal fans by surprise by how quickly he scored and the fact he even made an impact. But he did make an impact. Leandro Trossard did also score off the bench. However, I am going to be giving the man of the match for that game to Gabriel Martinelli. And the reason for it is because Martinelli's shot was undeflected and Trossard's shot took a big waft of deflection. That's purely the difference. They both got the goals. They both came off the bench. They both made an impact. So the only way to separate them was whose goal was deflected, who wasn't. The answer's Martinelli. So that's the man of the match. If it's a draw, you can't say Chelsea for a month. And if it's a Manchester United win, nothing happens. But tonight, things are going to be happening in Newcastle. The scoreboards are ready. Are you ready? Newcastle against Barcelona, live in the Champions League. And we're off. We are running. It's a big, big occasion. What is 890 Gaming's in the house? How you doing? What is 890 Gaming? Tacky's in the house. Tacky, welcome in. And Ryan's reckoning it's going to be a draw for this game or the Man United Chelsea game. Ball over the top nice and early on for Anthony Gordon, who is up front. Although I think it was Barnes who was further advanced, and there's early pressure on the goalkeeper for Barcelona, Garcia. And Barnes nudging the back, but there's no foul. There's no foul there. Like I said, it's going to be emotional. There's going to be a lot of things going on in this game. It's going to be a very, very emotional match. It's going to be a very emotional match, this, for St James's Park. It's going to be quite an emotional match. Oh, this one, yeah. I need Eintracht Frankfurt, Manchester City, and a draw for a win on my ACCA insurance. But there's no insurance because it is a free bet. I got a free bet yesterday. I placed an ACCA insurance. It came back as a 50p free bet due to Swansea City getting a late winning goal against Nottingham Forest. I predicted a draw. So I came close, but I got a free bet. And we are 2 legs already completed. Can we get a full house on the ACCA insurance and get the £38 and 17p of a free bet? Well, let's just get the situation. Flix is telling me to check my DMs, so let's just calculate the situation and try and work out what's gone on. So what's gone on? If you're open to sharing it, I would appreciate both point of views, but no arguing. And then I will make my decision and reply to Flix's DM. That's how I'm going to take this. Going to keep a cool head because it is a game where there's not many cool heads in St James's Park. Decent. But he's got to show that he's a decent player. Well, Isak did nothing, did he, against Barcelona? Right. So Chris basically right. Okay. Right. So why should Taki be banned now, people? I want to understand why Taki needs to be banned. Okay. Well, as long as we keep it civil in here, because Flix has actually asked for my permission to ban you and said he will only ban you if he's got my permission. So unless you cause a problem, I won't need to give him that permission. However, if you are causing a problem, I will give him that permission, basically. What's happened? Oh, what a chance. Just keep it civil. Otherwise, I will reply yes, basically. Yeah. Friends do piss each other off. Friends do piss each other off. You're not wrong about that. I still need an answer, by the way, as to why we're banning Taki. What's Taki done? Before I make my decision. The 7th minute, 0-0. Guimaraes, Joel Linton, Bruno Guimaraes fed through beautifully. Should be a goal for Harvey Barnes. Took a deflection, and it was because of a magnificent piece of goalkeeping from Joan Garcia. But Harvey Barnes was through on goal, and it would have been a simple pass into the back of the net. A back of an open net. Could have been offside by Barnes anyway. Oh, you sent it to me? Where on? Probably in my requests somewhere on socials, I bet. General? No. You're Bailey Webster. You've not sent me anything. We're not going to do anything yet until we've firstly got a reason as to why they want to ban you. You sent it on the chat. Send it again because there's a lot of people in here. I didn't see it. Just send it again, and I'll read the message. There's about 2 or 3 different conversations going on in the chat, to be fair. Yes, we're going to be here all weekend, including... Yeah, ignore the before I sniff your toes, because he won't do that. He can't get anywhere near your toes anyway. But exactly what he said for about 90% of that sentence, 80 maybe. Yeah, please do that. Marty HDMI, welcoming to you. And Fraser, hello to you. Rashford, just wine. First Barcelona attempt. High pace game. Newcastle have got forward a couple of times. Barcelona just had a shot from Rashford. It's going to be an intriguing game. Let's just say that. But I have got my eyes on well, Nick Waltemada and Rafinha getting over 1.5 shots on target apiece, but that requires Nick Waltemada to appear on the pitch. And we've also got a sort of backup price boost in Manchester City, Barcelona, and Sporting Lisbon all to win. That is just in case Barcelona do win. But we're not taking that one too seriously. It's a £2.50 return. And then £2.90 on the bet builder for a draw or Barcelona win over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. No. You don't have permission to do that, no. I want Barcelona to win this. Why? I mean, who do you support? Let's just get this straight. Who does Marcy HDMI support? Let's just get that thing straight. Who do you support, mate? I've been all right. I've been all right. I was chilling yesterday. You live in Newcastle, but who do you support then? Because I don't live in London, but I support Arsenal. Right. Well, normally in a UK point of view, or any European point of view, to be fair, you would really not want Barcelona to win here because of the threats that they are in the Champions League. I mean, they're probably a bigger threat than Real Madrid right now. I mean, who in England would want to support Barcelona? Let's just be real. Let's just be real with it. Who would want to support Barcelona in England? I mean, seriously, it's a rather peculiar team choice phrase. You can get a direct train to Newcastle from Liverpool. Yeah, you can. There's a direct train, TP Express, isn't it? There's a direct train, Trans-Pennine Express. One train. Goes via Leeds and all that lot. Thought so. Yeah, that just goes to show I watch too much of G Loves Trains. Paris is backing a 2-0 Barcelona win. I don't think it'll be that easy for them, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it is. Let me get it. Let me get it so I can clear this up. Let me get it. Right, I'm going to need to see screenshots of this, because well, for a start, look, I don't think that there is any terrorist threat, really, to be truthful, because he doesn't know any people's addresses, so we'll ignore that one, under the basis that he doesn't know where anybody lives in terms of exact address here. He most certainly doesn't know where I live, so I'm not going to count it as terrorism. Racism, however, on the other hand, we do take seriously. So if you can provide me evidence of racism, I will. I'll need, obviously, to make sure that it's that it is legit as well. It's got to be legit evidence. It can't just be. He called Mel and who's Mel? Right. Well, Jordan. Yeah. No. If he's called Jordan the N-word, then that is definitely racism, and it's going to have to. Well, I mean, if there is racist abuse directed to Jordan, that there is evidence, the screenshot that we've got evidence for, then I will have to send the evidence to Jordan, or somebody will have to ask Jordan what he wants to do about it. Because we need to ask Jordan what we need to ask Jordan what does he want to do. If Jordan wants to ban him, then that is Jordan's choice, because it's up to Jordan whether or not that's my racism protocol there, because one of my fans has been directly rated, has been racially abused, so it's his or her choice what happens. I'm not a racist, though. I get it, but we do not tolerate racism on this channel. Now, it doesn't matter how long ago it was, mate. It really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me, well, as long as the evidence includes exactly where it needs to be a full screenshot. It can't be cropped, can't have any blurs on it or watermark. It's got to be the full proper picture. It needs to show the stream title on it, so that I can figure out what it was. And we will obviously have to contact Jordan and ask him. For what? Flicks? Right. As long as it's not crops, it's evidence, mate. There can't be any crops or watermarks on it. It's got to be just legit evidence. I can't confirm whether or not that's him. I don't know his phone number, so I can't confirm if that's him or not. It needs to be in this chat for me to be able to take action. Because as much as, you know what I mean, I don't tolerate racism, unfortunately, my responsibility and duty of care, I know, but my duty of care comes when there is if it's in my chat, then I have a duty to intercept it, you know what I mean, and get and sort it out. However, yeah, but again, I mean, you have to take it through with Jordan, but I mean, look, we can still get him banned, but what I'm trying to say is that because that's not happening in my chat, it's almost a conflict of interest, really. Well, I'm still going to be, well, it's in towards Lewandowski. Good ball. Well, I mean, look, it's still going to be. I mean, if it's Jordan, yeah, it's definitely Jordan who. It's definitely Jordan who was on the receiving end, because if it's Jordan, then we need to make sure that Jordan. Well, like I said, my final decision would be based on, well, firstly, is it Jordan who's been directed towards? Yes or no? And then, what does Jordan want to do? Well, I don't know who Mel is. We don't have a chat member called Mel. So that's a conflict of interest, and it's out of my control. Jordan, however, is a member of this chat. He's also appeared on this channel before. So that's two things to make him eligible for my duty of care, really. No. There's just a lot of sorting out to do. Orange juice all day. I mean, technically, that wouldn't be racism, because racism is based on somebody's religion or the color of their skin. Now, religion, nationality, or color of skin. Now, a dog's fur is not their skin, so the color of their fur is not skin. So that wouldn't be racism. That's technically hair discrimination. But anyways, look, I'll say it as it is. It's Jordan's call what he wants to happen. Me? What do you mean me? No, sorry. Do you mean me? That's my point. That's my point. What does Jordan want to do about it? Yes, that's where I'm going with it. It's Jordan's call, so okay. A cat does not have the ability to enter this chat. Second of all, again, I reiterate, cats or dogs cannot be racially abused because they don't have skin, they have fur. And fur or hair does not qualify for racial discrimination. Unless, of course, it is a black person who has a specific hairstyle, which, maybe, like popular in whatever nationality or religion they're from. And then, obviously, of course, that would be racism because a black person is getting abuse because of their hairstyle, which is part of their nationality or their heritage, whatever it may be, or their choice. That's when it becomes racist with hair. But hair itself is not going to qualify for racism. Galatasaray leading 1-0 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Thank you for the update. Oh, Elanga's through and he's bursting through. Ball across, Harvey Barnes. Oh, good save. Good save by Joan Garcia, but it should have been a goal for Newcastle. Great football, great game. Because there is claims that somebody in this chat, or somebody who was in this chat, I don't know if they're still here or not, was racist towards one of our chat members. But anyways, we're going to move on from it now, because like I've set it out very clearly. It's Jordan's call, and we'll leave it on that. Yes, and we do recognise it. What is 89 is telling me to listen to something? Right, let me have a little look at that link, see what it's all about. If it will work, it probably will actually, because it's a YouTube link. We'll see. We will see. Remontada. Right, okay. Brilliant. No. Remontada. Yeah. Didn't happen. Not to us anyway. The remontada failed against our... Who you direct that towards, though? Because remontada will just laugh at you. Well, Real Madrid fans are going to get laughed at by us if they say remontada now. Because they failed. Not a very attractive team, are they, Barcelona, really, ever since Messi left? You'd feel. I mean, they're sponsored by Spotify as well, which only makes things worse. And Spotify sucks. I agree. I do agree. Particularly if you're a Geordie or a Scouser. Yeah. If it's that same song again, I'm not interested, mate. Remontada. It didn't happen to us, so it's not going to affect me. Oh, it's a hearing test, right. Right, that was a bit of a trick. That was a trick, mate. That was a trick. Let's just move on from all the nonsense. I thought that was genuinely like a woo hearing test, but no. It was let's just focus on the game if we can. There's a really good game of football here. Why can't I see your link? Where's your link? I haven't seen your link. Post it again. Or actually, I know the reason. I know the reason why. There is a setting which blocks anybody who's not moderator from posting links, I think. And that's basically to prevent... Well, it's just to prevent, yeah. So 0-0 so far between these two, but there has been chances at either end, and big chances with that, and some big saves from both Joan Garcia and Nick Pope. More Joan Garcia, though, in this first half. I've got a bit of a pin on my screen saying that Joel Linton's in books. I don't know if I've just... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Pedri all day. Oh, Ødegaard shit. Yeah, Ødegaard and Saka. Bye-bye. Yeah, Saka, mate, I love you. Not literally. As a player. You're Hale End. We get it. But you are a liability now, mate. Mason Mount, no. I'm not taking Mason Mount, so I'll say 90 million plus Mateus Cunha. Or you can offer me 30 million plus Bruno Fernandes. Or 40 million plus Harry Maguire. Mason Mount, though, is declined. No. I don't want Amadou Onana. I want one of those three players. They give me Bruno Fernandes. Then give me Bruno. If I'm not getting Maguire, give me Bruno then. Or give me Cunha. Give me Bruno. Give me Bruno. Not Amadou. Yeah, Andre, sorry. Right. Okay, so no Maguire. Bruno then. Or Cunha. Not both. I only want one. And I don't want Mason Mount. No. 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 Bruno or Cunha. You've said no to Maguire. I'm telling you it's Bruno or Cunha. And if I'm honest, I want Bruno. But I'll take either of them. Then I will say 65 million on top to make it a 100 million deal. Or you can give me Bruno, we'll make it 25 million on top. So yeah, I'll leave it to you, but I want Bruno. The only three players that I want off of Manchester United are Harry Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, and to be fair, I probably would say Mbeumo actually over Cunha. Really, I'm making you sad. What's going on, mate? Have I missed a comment or two? Former Chelsea, yeah, I know. Mason Mount shit now. Oh dear. I mean, that is sad. There is, at some point, I don't know when, but in the Premier League season, there will be an anti-suicide week. We will definitely be taking awareness on that. There's also a week on the British Heart Foundation. The only week we don't participate in is the Rainbow Laces. But for Black Matters Lives campaign, all that a lot, we no racism. We do that. Practically, we'll do any campaign if it's not Rainbow Laces, basically. There is also an annual England International in support of the Alzheimer's charity. And no, Bruno Fernandes, Brian Mbeumo, Harry Maguire. One of those three players, and I'm going to push you for Bruno or Harry. Why don't you just let Maguire go? He'd be so happy at Arsenal. No. Rasmus Højlund, no. Diogo Dalot, no. Whoever Diego and Leon is, no. Barcelona have had more of the ball. No. Patrick Dorgu declined. No. I've told you this. Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, Brian Mbeumo, or at the very, very last cost, Matheus Cunha. No. And by the way, there's no such thing as 200 million. No. I don't want Cunha. Cunha's out the window. Don't want Cunha. If you're giving me Cunha, I want one of the other players too. Otherwise, I'll do one of the other players plus cash. So Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, or Brian Mbeumo. No. Declined. No. It's Pedri. I don't want Palmer. We had this conversation on Tuesday. Palmer is not a player who will fit in Arsenal's team. He is a good player, yes, but he will not fit in Arsenal. He is not a player of interest to Arsenal Football Club. I don't know how many times I have to sell that yet. Whoever Amaron is, no. Ugarte, no. And Cunha, no. Has to be one of the other three players with Cunha, or one of the other three players alone plus cash. Up to you, but that is a declined offer. Ruben Amorim is also declined. Sorry, that's a declined offer also. We don't want to transfer ownership. Please pick out of one of the three players that I have listed. Otherwise, the deal is done in terms of off. No. I'll do what? Sorry, what? Hazard isn't even here. I'm saying fast food. I like Chinese, but fast food is better. particularly McDonald's Monopoly at the minute. Hazard's not here. I can't see Hazard. I can see Hazard now. Why does Hazard need a link anyway? Hazard always finds links. Hazard's the man who normally provides links. Yes, now he is. I've seen him now. Yeah, Hazard's the link provider, not the link receiver. Yeah. Ooh. Corner. Newcastle corner from the left. Less than 5 to go in the first half. About minute and 10. Burns gone right in on Joan Garcia, the goalkeeper. Referee just making sure there's no infringements in the box, which there quite often is with corners. Garcia dealt with that one. Yeah, I don't do it anymore. Like I said, I just do legit now. We're not even, we're not, like I said, there'll be no individual 3 p.m. kickoffs anymore live on Realltom Football. It is going to be very much a Soccer Saturday type format at 3 o'clock on Saturday. We'll have guests on, but we're just going to be chatting. We're not going to be doing any form of Goal for Frankfurt, according to what is 890 Gaming. It's 1-1 between Eintracht Frankfurt and Galatasaray. And I will just check the scores at halftime, of course. But at the minute, we're in the last 3 minutes, plus potential added time between Newcastle and Barcelona. There tends to be less added time than the Premier League in the Champions League. Here's Anthony Elanga on the right-hand side. Cuts it back. Joel Linton, that looks too heavy. Yeah, it's not a great ball, but it has been picked up by Gordon, so it's still alive. Despite the poor ball, Gordon takes on Jules Koundé, looks to cross it in. Koundé got back and blocked. Corner it will be for Newcastle on the left. How it would make St. James's Park erupt if we were to get a goal right before half-time. Anthony Elanga, star from Nottingham Forest, is on corner duty from the left-hand side. Dan Burn is in there. He scored in the Carabao Cup final to win Newcastle's first trophy in 70 years. Didn't quite work out that time for them. Back forward by Livramento. It's going to be a comfortable ball to claim for Joan Garcia. Geordie is here. Welcome to Geordie. Says big up and up the tsunami. And we've got Marty HDMI back here, saying Forza Barca. Whoa! A Barcelona fan saying Hala Madrid. That's whoa. You are lucky that we've not got no Barca or Real Madrid fans in here other than you. Bloody hell. A guy claiming to be a Barcelona supporter says Hala Madrid. That is ooh. Dear. Oh. Be careful. I'm just going to say it right now. Be careful with saying you support Barcelona and then say Hala Madrid. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's a dangerous ball game, mate. Fucking hell. You can't support that's what I mean. You cannot support Barcelona and say Hala Madrid. That is just criminal. I mean, you could get yourself murdered for that. I'm not even being funny with you right now. Probably in Spain, you'd get murdered for that. If you say that in front of the wrong guy in Spain, your life's on the line. Oh, particularly when you're a Barca fan. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah. 2 minutes out of time. There is going to be treatment here for Bruno Guimaraes, which will extend the length of the added time period. It is 2 minutes, though. And Bruno Guimaraes is back up on his feet after a bit of treatment from the medics. Well, might be a chance here for Dan Burn to sneak in. And Dan Burn working hard against Jules Koundé. Koundé is now down. Let's have a look at the replay, because Burn was quite aggressive in his pursuit of the ball. He's got a booking. He's got a booking. I think it looks like he catched him on the ankle. It's a silly challenge. And it is a yellow card. Well, Jules Koundé back up on his feet. I mean, yes. I mean, look, beautiful country, and the people are lovely. But trust me when I tell you, if you say that in front of the wrong guy, you'll get murdered. I'm not trying to be funny with you. It's serious. You can't say Hala Madrid after claiming you support Barcelona. Simple as can be. And that's the half-time whistle. Well, Newcastle had the best chances. All the best chance. Barcelona are in the game, though. It's intriguing, and the half-time score is 0-0. I need to take a quick break because I need to go to the loo, but I'll be back in just a moment's time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a minute's time. back, folks, after that very quick break. Yes, I did go for a break. It was only a minute. My toilet's right there, so I don't need to move very far. We're back. What's the exaggeration? I mean, it's really not. I know what you're on about now, actually. The Barcelona, yeah, no, it's not exaggeration, mate. You could get murdered for that. And it's not exaggerating because I said if you say it to the wrong person. Some people are very, very protective of their clubs. And that is a humongous disrespect to FC Barcelona if a Barcelona fan says Hala Madrid. So, Ryan, it is not exaggeration at all. Because there are some people who are very protective over their clubs, like me, actually. I am quite protective of my football club. I mean, not to that extent, but I am protective of my club. Well, that's fine. But Ronaldo now plays for Al Nassr. But I'm telling you right now, mate, if a Barcelona or a Real Madrid ultra pops into here and knows that you're a Barcelona fan and hears you saying Hala Madrid, that is going to be a dangerous ball game, mate. It could really upset somebody, is what I'm saying to you. I mean, in the context of YouTube, it could really upset somebody. In terms of in life, right, well, yeah, albeit that, I'm telling you right now, that unless you stop claiming to support Barcelona, I warn you deeply not to say Hala Madrid. All right? Because it just can't happen in here. Because like I said, anybody can pop into here. Anybody. Anybody. And I mean anybody. When I say anybody can pop in here, literally a Real Madrid or Barcelona Ultra could just pop in right now and they hear or see that. Oh, yeah. Just be careful, mate. Yeah, you definitely can't. No. And in fact, you should know that, really, mate. You should know better. No, I wouldn't, because that is not a disrespect to Arsenal Football Club. And anyway, you're a Chelsea fan. We know you're a Chelsea fan, so we don't really care what you say, because right now we're the better club, other than the fact you won the Club World Cup. But like I said, and I'll say it once more, I won't repeat myself. It's a Barcelona fan saying Hala Madrid, which is a disrespect to FC Barcelona. One of their fans saying that quotage of words is just, you can't. But they don't burn. Fraser's in from Twitch. Hello, Fraser. There is World Athletics running. So let's take a check at the goal scores right now for you. Let's take a look at the scores on the doors in the UEFA Champions League. Let's have a little look at them for you. It is Sporting Lisbon leading 1-0 against Kairat Almaty. And that goal, in fact, there was a there was a missed penalty from Hjulmand in the 21st minute, but Francisco Trincao made it 1-0 in the 44th minute for Sporting Lisbon. We then have got 0-0 between Manchester City and Napoli. There was a red card for Napoli, though. Let's take a look and see who was sent off. It was Di Lorenzo in the 21st minute for Napoli. And quite a lot to unpick with the Eintracht Frankfurt game, as Eintracht Frankfurt go in at halftime with a 3-1 lead over Galatasaray. It's 3-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt, and the opening goal was from Galatasaray, with Yunus Akgün getting the 8th minute opener. Sanchez with an own goal for Galatasaray got the equaliser for Eintracht Frankfurt, and then 2 goals in added time at the end of the first half from Şanazun and Bukart to make it 3-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt. We are doing Middlesbrough tomorrow, yes. Yes, we are doing Middlesbrough tomorrow. Di Lorenzo is at Napoli, yes. He's been sent off for them at the Etihad. We do need Man City to win that game for the ACCA insurance, and we need a draw here. But Eintracht Frankfurt looking like they're on their way to a win over Galatasaray with a 2-goal lead at half-time. Who will make a breakthrough, though, between Newcastle and Barcelona, or will it be an exciting 0-0, but still a stalemate? Yeah, I will be live for it as well. And I expect you to be here, considering we've got our bet, and I need to make sure that all the regulations are being followed, including the inability for me to shave during that period of time and the inability for you to say the word Chelsea until the final result is through. The stake conditions are intact as follows. Manchester United win equals nothing. Both walk away and continue on as they were. A draw means that you are not allowed to say the word Chelsea in any circumstances for an entire month. And if Chelsea get all 3 points, that means that I can't shave for a month. All stake conditions are correct as of the 20th of September, and will be intact from 1730 hours on Saturday, the 20th of December, 2025. No, you just can't say the word Chelsea. You just can't say the word Chelsea. You have to find another way of talking about your club. I'm not saying you can't talk about them. I'm saying you can't use the word Chelsea for a whole month. If it is a draw. Yeah, no, I meant to say September, not December. September. You're in on it as well, are you? Okay, right then. Hazard can also not say the word Chelsea Or actually, no. Let's. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, fine. Chelsea, if it's a draw, then that means that Hazard also can't say the word Chelsea for an entire month. And that also includes Hazard not being able to have. Oh. Oh. He's not in. Let's take a look at our poll then. 56% out of 18 votes are backing Newcastle to win. A 17% of the votes go towards a draw. And 28% are backing Barcelona to win. More than twice a week, bud. If we're having a bet, you need to be streaming the same amount as me, really. Or very close to me. 2 streams a week is not even a quarter of what I do in a week. I don't think. It's not even a quarter, is it? No. And I should know it, by the way, as well, because I am doing maths, by the way. I am enrolled at a college. I am doing maths. That's still that's probably about half. 4. Let me think. I do what? 2 or 3 midweek, plus at least 4 at the weekend. That's 7. 4 is just over half. 5 though would be about 3/4. If you can do 5, 3/4 I'm happy with. I'll take 3/4. Marty HDMI says, for your own safety, pal. Not by me, though, by the moderators, who were concerned about your safety by using inappropriate language as a Barcelona fan in a chat for a Barcelona stream where Barcelona Ultras may come in. That is the reason why you will have been timed out. And I think it was, what is 890 Gaming who times you out? It was Hazard, and it was for your own safety. It will have been for your safety, mate. No, it will have been. It will have been a safety thing. We're about to get back underway for the second half. Then, people, take your seats. Will we get a winner between Newcastle and Barcelona? We're going to find out. And it's live. Nixon Noah, welcome into you. How you doing, Nixon Noah? How you doing? And welcome aboard to you. I'm sorry, mate, but you can't say that you're a Barcelona fan, then say Hala Madrid in a Barcelona stream. You just can't do that, mate. People are going to get concerned about you if you're doing that kind of thing. Because it's, like I said, a Barcelona Ultra could walk in right now, or when you did it, hear or see you say that, and Bedlam breaks. So, yeah, just take the advice. Don't take risks like that, mate. So first minute of the second half, and it's Trippier. That's gone out of play. Last touch of a Newcastle player out for a throw into Barcelona, which was quickly taken. Yeah. We're all good in here. We're all good, aren't we? Chat. We're all good. Livramento skips away from one challenge and plays the ball forward. Can he get the cross in? It's a good piece of defending from Koundé. Not Koundé, sorry. It was the captain. In fact, it was Ronaldo Araujo who got across and made the block in. Corner Newcastle from the left. And Elanga will take it. Flicks is your mod. Okay. Well, it's in front of the Gallagher 10 then for Newcastle. I've changed it. Looks better, doesn't it, that? Surely. Oh, it's in. Oh, Joelinton. No. Just wide from Joelinton. Surely that looks better. You can't tell me that doesn't look better. Well, no, I don't. It's a sidebar sleek overlay. I think it looks all right. I mean, that's what we were using for Premier League predictions, although I haven't got round to that yet. This is just Champions League, mate. This is Champions League. This is a Champions League only overlay, mate, at the minute. Ooh. Yes, at the minute it's a Champions League only overlay. But we may consider making it, you know what I mean? It wouldn't work anyway for Premier League, purely on the back because of all the colours we have to involve with the Premier League overlays. Because as you know, if it's domestic competition, La Liga, Championship, National League, whatever, Premier League, if it's a domestic league, the main league, domestic league, then we just use the club colours of the home side. But for Champions League, for Europa League, for Conference League, for any UEFA Euros or World Cup or anything, basically anything outside of a domestic league, we use the colours of that competition. Red for the FA Cup, green for the Carabao Cup. Dogs are barking. Lewandowski flicks it on. Space opened up. Calls back to Rashford. Big block. And it's out for a corner. I think it's Wyndon. If Fabian Schär is down, it looks to be Fabian Schär. Big block. Right on his head. Right on his head. Yeah, that's winded him. Yeah, they're barking at the minute, but they'll shut up. Yeah, Fabian Schär, he's going to have to get some treatment here, understandably. I mean, he's been winded by that. Huge block, though. Our Conference League and Europa League, by the way, is back next week. It's Wednesday and Thursday. We won't be doing any of it. We are only, like I said, only a very limited supplement of Europa League, really, on this channel. Very limited supplement. If it is a big game where we feel as though it's necessary to do it, we will do it. But very limited supplement of that. We are mainly focused on the Champions League. But like I said, there'll be a selected supplement of Europa and Europa Conference League when we feel it's necessary. Next week, it'll be Carabao Cup and Carabao Cup only. We'll also do, I think, a Championship game on Friday again, to be confirmed, though, of course, as always. Nick Voltemade is having a lot of fluids. Might be coming on soon. Three times a day, and I do one walk each as well. But they go separately. So it's 6 walks a day, actually. However, in the evening, we only take them for like 5 minutes. You probably will do. Probably will do. Shares off just for the moment. Misfooting from Rashford and cleared away by Elanga, but only as far as Pedri. Spell of pressure for Barcelona. Well, there's been 4 attempts from Newcastle, 1 on target, but not on target from 10 for Barcelona, which goes to show you that whilst Barcelona had more chances, the bigger chances and the more recognisable ones have come from Newcastle. Brentford. Was it Brentford? Or the Newcastle one, do you mean? Oh, Elanga, he's broken through brilliantly. Space for him. Closed down, though, in the end. Joel Linton's ball across. He's intercepted. Away by Araujo. Won back by Trippier. Into Joel Linton. Elanga to the right. Here's Anthony Elanga. Crosses just nicely high. Gordon was there. Koundé beat him to the ball. Not out of play, though. Elanga. Trippier. Cute little ball. Delicate. Bruno Guimaraes. Cut back. Tonali will take a shot straight at Joan Garcia. Great move by Newcastle. Good spell of possession. Good pressure. And Tonali gets a good hit on it, but it's straight at Joan Garcia. Here's Barcelona with the ball then. And Pedri's going through the middle. And the ball won't go all the way through. Missed his man, and then Byrne can comfortably clear away. And out for a throw in the attacking half for Barcelona. Pedri. And now Rashford's on the ball. Work wide to the left. Back in to Rashford. And not a very good cross or ball at all. Whatever he was trying to do, it wasn't very good. Went up into the air, sky high and away. And the cameras have shown that Thomas Tuchel is in attendance tonight for this Champions League clash. Well, 35 minutes to go. 55 minutes gone. Still goalless between Newcastle and Barcelona. It doesn't do us any harm either when it comes to our accurate insurance. We're looking for a draw. And there is no insurance tonight. So if it goes, it goes. That will be that. But it will be a nice big chunk of sum if we do get it. £38.17 to be exact. You expect City to score against Napoli as well, with Napoli being down to 10 men. And City have scored against Napoli, and it's Erling Haaland. They've only just scored as well. Not that I got the notification, I just checked it, and it is Erling Haaland with the goal for Manchester City. So at the minute, we're looking all sweet. If it stays a draw, and Frankfurt keep winning, and as to do Manchester City, then we will get £38. I do want a draw out of this game. I do want a City win, and I do want a Frankfurt win. That'd be a great result, that as well. Free bet converted. But like I said, because it's a free bet, there's no insurance. So if one's wrong, that's it. Pace on the ball. Burn makes contact, sort of. And that's out for a throw-in. So yeah, there you go. We'll put it up on the screen for you. TNT have confirmed it, so we'll just put it up on the screen for you. Goal flash for you. It is Manchester City 1, Napoli 0. Napoli, of course, in that game are down to 10 men. Goal flash once again is Manchester City 1, Napoli 0 through Erling Haaland. Rafinha's got to the byline. He's trying to cut it back. I don't think that worked very well for him. Frankie de Jong onto Jules Koundé. Cross, Rashford's header, goal. 1-0. Clean header. Very clean header. And Barcelona take the lead. That's the first time he scored in front of my eyes for a while, let alone this competition. But it was a clean header by Marcus Rashford connecting to a cross, and it's 1-0 to Barcelona. It's a really well-weighted and pacey cross from Koundé. Very clean header. Heads it down, Marcus Rashford. And hits the back of the net within no time. Yeah, nicely done. Heads it down. That's what you want to do with headers. You want to head it down. Never head it up. Don't hit it with the wrong part of your head. Just head it down. And it will enter the back of the net. Or at least cause the goalkeeper a massive problem. And for the sake of my insurance, I do want a Newcastle response, but I'm not too sure that we'll get it. Even though it's not insurance. Not tonight, anyway. So 1 goal out of 2.5, of course, on the bet builder. We're looking for both teams to score. We're looking for a draw, though, being the most important factor. Rashford takes it. We'll still get 250 as well if City, Barcelona and Sporting all win. Oh, Gordon, no, could have been through, but We're on 60 minutes bang on, so 61st minute now. We've hit the hour mark, though, in this Champions League clash. Half an hour to go. Half an hour for a Newcastle response. Half an hour for Barcelona to hold on or add to their score. There's a game share. Probably a little bit of concussion, maybe, or some kind of dizziness. Took a massive blow to the head, so I'm thinking that Newcastle are going to make changes. And I can see Nick Waltemada. Yeah, I don't need a running commentary, mate, of your timelines, but thank you. I don't need a running commentary, mate. With all due respects, I do not need a running commentary. Right, we're going to see 4 Newcastle changes. So let's take a look at them. Fabian Schär is obviously going off. It's obvious. So let's take a look at these changes then. Harvey Barnes is also being withdrawn. We'll get them all rounded up in a moment when they come up on the screen. So we've got Joel Linton, Barnes, Elanga and Schär off. Replacements are as follows. Joe Willock, Nick Waltemada, Jacob Murphy and Tior. A quadruple change for Newcastle. One in which to replace the stricken Dan Butt, Fabian Schär, but more or less to find a response. But they've got their new striker on the pitch. Gordon. That's a foul, I think, by Koundé. Yeah, it is. Bodies him. Absolutely bodies him. It is definitely a foul by Jules Koundé. Bodies Gordon. All day a free kick. I think it's a Champions League debut for Nick Waltemada. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but it is. Well, there's the ball. It's a comfortable catch for Joan Garcia. There wasn't any threat to it. Nobody in the box could connect for Newcastle. They had a lot of bodies in there. Now this could be a promising attack on the counter for Barcelona with Rafinha whizzing down the right. Koundé looking to backheel it to Rafinha on the return, but didn't quite work out. Kept alive there by Frenkie de Jong, and away it goes. Back again by Koundé. It's a good spell for Barcelona with Pedri and Rashford, the goal scorer on the left. Pedri. Now the ball's with Kabasi. Yeah, going to call him that. Kabasi. And then Pedri out wide to the left. Rashford. Fabian Schär. Rashford. Just under 25 minutes to go. Chat has gone quiet, I must say. Quiet, very quiet. "24 minutes to go." And laptop does need its wire. Yes, this laptop decides to go into low power mode on 30%, which I think is a little bit dramatic. Oh, Rashford, 2-0. And I think that might be the settling second for Barcelona, to be fair. I mean, special things can happen, particularly with Newcastle, but that might just be a settling second for Barcelona here. Tuchel's facial expression doesn't change, but what a goal by Rashford. Great hit. In off the bar as well. In off the underside of the bar. Oh, there you go. Dips to the underside of the bar and goes in. So there's work to do for Newcastle. Like I said, that could be a settling second, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see, but that is not good news for Eddie Howe, really, is it? Need a response quickly to Newcastle. And Gordon, the referee, stops it. And it is a change. It's Ferran Torres. Yeah, Ferran Torres then coming on for Barcelona. And the replacement of Ferran Torres is for pending the player going off. So it's a double change. Andreas Christensen is coming on as well. Lewandowski is going off. That's one of the players going off. So there must be... There's two. Right, two players going off. So who's the other one? Are we getting the confirmation? Who did Torres come on for? Kabasi went on as well. Right, that's the one. So Kabasi and Lewandowski went off. Ferran Torres and Andreas Christensen coming on. So Christensen in defence. Torres sort of cam, kind of attacking midfield, if not up front. Is he a striker, Ferran Torres, or is he like a false nine? What would you say? Let me know, chat. What do you think? Tiao, nice turn. Oh, interesting ball. Murphy, is he onside for a start? That's the first question. Hoists it for Gordon, who thought he'd kept it in, but he miskicks it. So nearly for Newcastle. 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 10 minutes to get... you need a goal every 10 minutes, really, here. 2 goals in 20 minutes. It's not impossible. 10 minutes to score 1 goal, then 10 minutes to score another. But then, can you break down this Barcelona defence? Can you not concede another whilst pursuing a goal? That's the thing. That's football for you. But I'm sure Newcastle will try their best. And it's 2-0 to Manchester City against Napoli. That looks to be result settled. And that's good play by Joe Willock. And it's a poor ball. It was supposed to be for Murphy, but he didn't get enough width on it, did he? It was intercepted too easily. And Rashford, not Rashford, Rafinha. I was about to say Rashford looking for the hat-trick then. He is on a hat-trick. Still 2 goals for the good Barcelona. The Newcastle response is pending, but not a guarantee. You would expect the Newcastle response to go from pending to on its way. I know, pending to more or less, well, yeah. You know what I mean? Give it away to Kieran Trippier. And the ball to Murphy was cut out, but won back by Trippier. It actually went out of play before Trippier kicked it, so it is a Newcastle throw-in. Bit fortunate for Trippier because it was a poor pass. Baltimore, all right, he looked offside straight away, but I don't think he was, to be fair. Might have just been my eye tricking me there. Tonali's header, he couldn't do much with it. They've got to keep recycling the ball and keep the pressure on Newcastle. If they're going to get a comeback, that's the way to do it. Realltom. Gordon still going. Lovely feet. Anthony Gordon. Nick Waltemada flicks it on. Bruno Guimaraes looking for a captain's goal. And it was stopped in its tracks by Joan Garcia. A little bit of a parry and a stutter. It was a powerful shot from Guimaraes. Parries it. Out of danger. And then gets his gloves fully on the ball. Rashford looking for the hat-trick. He's been challenged by Trippier, but he keeps on going. And Rashford skipping through, looking for the hat-trick, like I said, but Trippier got back and the Newcastle defence did its job. There was a pullback on Tonali, I think. And Fermin Lopez has gone into the book. Dan Burn helping his mate out. Looks to be a bit of cramp maybe for Trippier. Got back well in the end, Trippier. And Tonali takes over. It's good teamwork defensively. So Sven Botman is coming on for Trippier here. That was his last act. So there's the change for Newcastle. Sven Botman on for Kieran Trippier is the Newcastle change. Didn't get past the halfway line with that attack, did Newcastle. $14 to go. Comeback is still pending, but not guaranteed. Murphy might be able to change that. Did not really get across it. He attempted to, but his path was blocked off. Needed to really go to the byline there, but probably didn't have time to. That's a good tackle by Joe Willock to potentially stop a Barcelona attack and keep the ball alive for Newcastle and keep the pace of the game alive for Anthony Gordon, who has pace, and it's a good tackle and block in there. Will be a throw-in. It was a almighty block. Well, if it doesn't finish a draw, which it doesn't look too likely it's going to be, Barcelona, City and Sporting all winning does get me £2.50, so there's still bonuses, but it would be a lovely sum, £38.17 off a free bet. And quite simply, had Rashford not popped up with those 2 goals, it would most certainly be a guarantee that we're getting that 38-17 the way the game's gone. That second goal was a wonder strike from Rashford, and the first goal was just a quality cross, a quality headed connection as well. Livramento hoists that in there. And Thiaw on the turn. He's done well to keep the ball, and Joe Willock, as he got the creative spark, the ball was too close to the goalkeeper. Yeah, he was in a wide enough position to get a good cross in, but he sort of, well, he wasn't close enough to the byline to cut it back. And yeah, he just pushed it forward too much, dips forward into the path of Joan Garcia, which makes it comfortable for him to gobble that up. It's been an all right watch. There's been no VAR or anything like that. There's been nothing VAR, in fact. There's been no VAR. There's been not really any stoppages other than Fabian Schär with his head blow and all that lot. It's been a pretty flowing game, if I'm being truthful with you. Rashford, no, cut out by Newcastle. They really need to get a goal soon because it's still 2. And if the deficit's at 1 with 85 minutes on the clock, there's every chance you could get a level. And Livramento and his path blocked. There's no foul either. It's good defensive work by Guimaraes, and Livramento closing down quickly and effectively. You just think, by the way Barcelona are passing the ball about, that they've got it in the bag, but they are trying, Newcastle, and they are playing high and looking potent and ready. But that could be a chance for Ferran Torres goes over. There was no foul in there, no. There was a bit of lean, yes, but there was no foul, no way. Not having that at all. Anthony Gordon, can he play his cards right? No. Koundé was on top of it and did really well. Made it look effortless, that interception against Gordon there. In truth, if he had made one wrong move, then Gordon's through on goal. Or through to the byline at least. I think It's Rashford who's just gone down here for Barcelona. A man in pink/orange, whatever you want to call it, pinky orange, has gone down. It looks to be Rashford. And Rashford, I think his night is done. There'll be no hat-trick, but his brace is the brace that's changed this game. It most certainly would have been a draw had it not been for his 2 goals. He goes off with about 10 minutes to go. Oh, what a goal, though. The second one, under the side of the bar. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. Hits the underside of the bar. Oh. And it dips just in time, which makes it better as well, because it was going high. Tonali he's doing well. It's a foul. Pull on the shirt. Frankie de Jong in the book. Welcome to Mohammed says, I love Newcastle United FC. Well, you'll love them if they get an equaliser, but they need 2 goals. I would say play your cards very, very wisely with his free kick, because it's a chance to get that Barcelona defence spinning a bit, and a real chance to get the ball in the back of the net and get this game to 2-1. Like I said, if the deficit is cut to 1 by 85 minutes, you've got every chance, and that's a poor execution of the set piece. Garcia's header not the best at all, and Thiaw with the interception, and Murphy does well. Nutmeg on Pedri, looking to play it through. It was intercepted by the Barcelona defence, who've been on top since they've taken the 2-goal lead. Defending their lead quite well, but Newcastle continue to try hard, but keep getting turned down by this Barcelona defence, it seems. I'm beginning to get that doubt, that Newcastle just won't quite come back. But it is football. And anything can happen in football. Tonali, Livramento, and Frankie de Jong here has got the ball. And Barcelona could finish the job with this attack, which has slowed down. But they don't need to be in any rush, Barcelona. They've got the lead. They've got a 2-goal lead. They'll want to protect the clean sheet. Referee's flagging. Referee is flagging on the far side, the assistant. Well, time's running out for Newcastle, and the doubt will only get bigger on the potential of a comeback. Rafinha. It's a bit of a whim, really, when you consider that Newcastle have had probably more shots on target. I mean, I'll have to check my stats to confirm that, but most certainly in the first half they did. Just haven't been able to find a way through in this second half. I mean, Barcelona have been switched on defensively since they took the 2-0 lead. Protecting the lead well. Very well. Too heavy. Well, 4 minutes to go. Still 2-0 Barca. I would get a better builder win if Newcastle were to get one back. Over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Be an extra £2.90 on top of the £2.50 if Barcelona, Man City and Sporting win, which I think is all happening. Might be wrong about the Sporting score, but I know that City 4-1 to Sporting. That one's over. Frankfurt 5-1 Galatasaray. On the move, Newcastle. Gordon to Willock. Joe Willock. He's got a player to the left. He's not. That's poor decision making by Joe Willock. He's got a runner to the left. Got to play it. He's got to release it. I'm furious at Joe Willock there. Former Arsenal player in the middle, got the ball. He's got a player to the left. Release the ball, mate. Selfishness. Absolute selfishness from Joe Willock. He's got to release it. He's got a player clear on the left. It was Gordon, I think. Free as a bird on the left wing. Walter wins the foul. To be fair, you could have played the advantage there, really, ref. But on you go. It's a quick free kick. Guimaraes, that's never going to be caught by Murphy. And comfortably to the feet of Joan Garcia, and Barcelona ever more confident now that they'll get this win with less than 2 minutes on the clock. Probably not much added time on the cards either. It looks like Newcastle might be beaten here. And it is with a win because the game was going towards a draw. Those 2 goals from Rashford out of nowhere really have won this game, settled this game. If things do change, it's going to be dramatic. Put it that way. But the Barcelona defence has been so sturdy since they got the 2-0 lead. There's been no way through for Newcastle, really, since they've scored the 2 goals, Barca. I mean, Barca, before the 2 goals were scored, they were open. It was an open game, but once they got that 2-goal lead, they have been sturdy defensively and protecting the lead really well. Murphy promising ball across, and it's in. It's Anthony Gordon. It's 2-1, and there's hope left in the game. There might be a comeback, but we don't know how much added time there's going to be. But there is a bit of hope. There's a shining light in the game, and it's Anthony Gordon. It's 2-1. And finally, they get the ball out wide to Murphy, who finally, yes, he's onside, gets a cross in. And Gordon, the man who 2-3 minutes ago should have been fed by Willock, this time gets fed by a perfect ball from Murphy. Arrives just on time, Johnny on the spot, ahead of his Barca defender, and gets it into the back of the net. 2-1, and there's, 7 minutes out of time. I might get my 38 quid. I might just. What drama. But we're now over 2.5 goals. Both teams have scored, so the bet builder is on and activated. Oh, sorry, I didn't put the +7 on, did I? I didn't put the +7 on, did I? There you go. There's the +7. We're 1 minute into it, but there is +7. Plenty of time. Newcastle need to use it wisely, and they need to throw the kitchen sink at this. They've got 6 out of 7 minutes left to find an equalising goal. And that's not a foul by Murphy. No way. I mean, if anything, it was a foul on Murphy, not by Murphy. Let's have a look at the replay here. Oh, no. I mean, if anything, Garcia leaves his leg out. I mean, Murphy goes over. It looks to me as though Murphy's been tripped. Not the other way around. Torres chasing, and there's a little bit of a push out of the way from Botman, but it was a fair push out of the way. The Barcelona fans might not agree, but that was pretty fair from Sven Botman. Good play. And Barca are going to make a substitution just to slow the pace of the game down a bit, try and delay Newcastle almost. And well, Fermin Lopez is being replaced by Casado. And there's a booking to the bench of Newcastle. So it's a goal kick to Newcastle. Pope's got it. And Newcastle simply need to get it up the field. They need to get it long up. See, that's the thing I've got as well. They've lost the ball here. Pope, you've got to play it long. Stop trying to play out from the back. Get it up the pitch. Get the ball up the pitch. You've got 4 minutes. You're desperate for an equalising goal. You've got to get it up the pitch. Don't just piss about playing it out from the back. You've got to get it up the pitch. From the goal kick, I want to see it played long directly. And Gordon, I tell you what, he is a threat. But a poor ball, I don't think he could do much about it, though, for the fact it was a poor ball. To be fair with him, Anthony Gordon, he's given everything. Since he's been pushed out left, he's given everything. Last 3 minutes, the Newcastle throw-in. They're giving it away from the throw-in, and that's a foul as well. They can't get it forward. The clock is ticking down, and it will feel like there's seconds left, when in truth, there's 2.5 minutes left for Newcastle. For Barcelona, they're doing everything they can to delay and frustrate Newcastle, who are desperate for a goal. Rafinha cuts it back. That's a good effort, and that's good defending by Pope. Good defending by Botman after the Pope made a good save to prevent the corner, because that was going out for a corner. Good save by Pope, and then bicycle kicked cleared by Botman. Quick throw from Barca, Rafinha, Coude. Time running out for Newcastle. Time running out for Barcelona, who are close to a win, but not quite there. They're frustrating Newcastle. It's the last 90 seconds of the 7 added on. Deflected shot from Ferran Torres, and it will be a corner for Barcelona just to frustrate Newcastle and their fans a bit more. So if there's going to be an equaliser, it's going to be a late one. A very late one. A very, very late equaliser. Because Barcelona will take at least 30 seconds with this corner here, you imagine. And Rafinha is going to play it short. We all know it. Dani Olmo, yeah, there you go. Nice and short. Pedri back into Rafinha. Comfortable for Pope. Got to get it on the pitch. He knows it. He knows it. Should have played it long, though, in my opinion. Burst of pace. Thior's been pulled back. Pull of the shirt. Got to be a yellow card. Thior's got pace. He would have been away. Casado, sub. Books for the pull of the shirt. The referee will probably play another 30 seconds now, because that's pull of the shirt just caused a 30-second delay. So, probably the last kick of the game. This free kick. They've got to get it up the pitch. They've got to get it up the pitch. That went out, did it? Yes. It's a throw into Newcastle. They've got to use it wisely. They've got to use it widely. There's hands on heads on the Barca players, but it is a throw into Newcastle. There is time left. There's the ball into the box. It's over the head of Byrne. There's still half a chance. Shot from range. It's straight at Joan Garcia from Sandro Tonali. And that probably is it. Well, it's after 99 minutes. 2 minutes added on in the first half. 8 in the second. 99 minutes. And it's a narrow 2-1 victory for Barcelona. Newcastle got one back, but Barcelona continued to frustrate the Tsunami. And it's a narrow victory. One earned by the 2 goals on Marcus Rashford for Barcelona. Final score then at St James's Park, it's Newcastle 1 and it's Barcelona 2. The final score once again in the Champions League tonight. We'll check your final scores as well. A 4-1 win then for Sporting Lisbon against Kairat Almaty. 2-0 to Manchester City against Napoli, who were down to 10 men. And a 5-1 victory for Eintracht Frankfurt against Galatasaray. A brilliant set of results for all the sides who have won. But so disappointing for Newcastle, obviously. And the frustration that Barcelona caused them when they took the 2-0 lead was something else. They got a goal back though, Newcastle, but it was not enough. They couldn't quite get it forward. Barcelona continued to frustrate them. And it is an opening match week defeat for Newcastle. And it's on to the Carabao Cup and the Premier League for Newcastle and the Champions League teams from the Premier League. For Barcelona, I'm not sure who they've got in the weekend, but they go away happy. And on the plane home, it will be a celebratory mood after a well-fought win. Well, folks, that is it from me. Thank you all for your company tonight. Thank you for watching. And we will see you all tomorrow for some championship action involving Middlesbrough on your Friday night football. But from me in the Champions League tonight, that is bye-bye from me.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.